Yesterday was a fantastic start to the 2014 season. We got to see Cloud9 versus TSM right off the bat. That game delivered with a surprise Teemo pick.
And the win, 17-9, your first game in the North American LCS in the 2014 split.
We're starting off the season with a super week, so it's a lot of games, and it's going to put these teams to the test, especially the newer teams like EG.
Zuna with another one now at 6-0 and 7.
And that fight was over before it started.
Yesterday we saw EG go 0-2 in their matches. They face CLG today and hopefully can put a mark in the win column. Curse versus XDG today could be a pretty amazing matchup, and it's going to be another test of some pretty new junglers, Zuna and Dominate.
Today, there's going to be a whole bunch of new games to come, and they're going to be just as good, if not better.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Day 2 of the 2014 North American League of Legends Championship Series Spring Split. Coming to you live in front of this fired-up audience from our new studios in Los Angeles, where dreams really do come true. David Freak Turley joining me at the analyst desk is Joshua Jatleesman. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, Freak. I think you're doing pretty well.
Doing pretty great.
Because we got some big games coming up today. We actually have 5 of them as part of our Super Week, beginning with Curse, hoping to cast some bad juju on XTG.
Yeah, in fact, that's going to be the case. Now, immediately following our LCS coverage, we will kick off the North American Challenger League, where teams like the Walking Zed, VVV Gaming Red, and LMQ compete alongside other rising stars.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that LMQ matchup after the LCS today. And not only will we be crowning a Challenger champion each split, but the top 3 teams actually earn their berths in the LCS Summer Promotion Tournament. So the Challenger Series is very real.
It is, but first we're going to send it over to Riv and Kobe at the caster's desk to break down all the highlights from yesterday's opening day action.
Thank you very much, Freak. I am Rivington Bism III with my court-appointed chaperone, Sam Kobe Hartman-Kensler. Yesterday was an exciting first day with more than a few surprises, but one development that didn't come as a shock, obviously, is Cloud9 ending Day 1 first in the North American League.
You're right. Cloud9 did go 2-0 with wins over TSM and XDG.
Making it to the triumph return into LCS, we found that who else other than Hotshot GG manning the mid lane for CLG, and they came out with the W.
Yeah, Dignitas failed to ban out the Hotshot Nidalee GG, and even though he missed quite a lot of spears, he was still able to get some zoning out of it, and they were really tight with their map movements, so they came out with a win.
Yeah, you could tell that was going to be a tough game for him, so he picks up the comfort pick and the champion. There were some unexpected picks yesterday as well, but everyone got super excited, obviously, for the Teemo pick.
Of course, we got to talk about Teemo once again. C9's High picked up the Teemo. You know, he was expecting sort of a difficult laning phase and ended up dying to Bjergsen, but really the whole pick was oriented around the Mushrooms late game, controlling objectives, and he did that well. Their team was able to, execute that strategy. Also, XDG, they picked up the Warwick. It wasn't quite as good as Darian's Warwick, but the effort was there, and Benny definitely had an interesting twist on it with the teleport, trying to get a gank off. Didn't quite work. But we also saw Zach returning to the scene. CLG's Nien took him in the top lane, going against Shyvana, which was a good idea for a pick, and that was his most played champion during the summer split. So I like returning to those comfort picks that he has.
It was such a great variety of champions yesterday. And now we have to mention it. It can't go unseen, unheard, untalked about. Evil Geniuses as well, going 0-2.
So I guess between Evil Geniuses and their former teammates on Alliance, they are 0-6 right now on both sides of the Atlantic. Really tough start for them. They are going to have to step it up.
Well, there's another day to build on those scores. Let's take a look at where the teams stand after our 6-game opening day. In first with 2 wins is Cloud9 to start it off.
Then, tied for second, we have CLG and Curse, each with 1 win. And sharing 4th place are TSM and XCG after picking up 1 win and 1 loss each.
Yep, and tied for 6th place, we have Coast and Dignitas. And finally, in 8th place is Evil Geniuses. We'll see how that all changes throughout our 5 matches, beginning with Voyboy and Curse versus ManCloud and XDG. Following that, it's Cloud9 versus CLG.
Then Dignitas looks for a win against TSM. Following that, Evil Geniuses square off against CLG. And then we have Coast versus Dignitas.
As always, we'd like to know who you think is going to win today's game. So head over to lolesports.com, click on